Well, of course, the main conclusion that people took out of the recent English local elections was the terrible pasting that the Tories got, losing over 1,000 seats in the end, beyond even the worst predictions for the Tories. But I think equally important was the seat projections in a general election that came out off the back of this that showed, yes, Labour is the largest party, but with a much smaller lead over the Tories than we've seen in some of the opinion polls, down to just a 7-point lead for Labour, with Labour falling short of securing an outright majority, which would mean, of course, we are on the trajectory, as I've long said, to the most likely outcome of the next general election being a Labour-led government propped up by the likes of the Lib Dems, Greens and SNP. So bearing that in mind, interesting to see Keir Starmer refusing to rule out a coalition deal potentially with the Lib Dems after the next election. Asked time and time again if he would rule out such a deal. Very clear, Starmer refusing to rule out doing a deal with the Lib Dems after the next election. So what would a deal look like? Well, clearly many in Westminster have refused to accept Brexit, and the likes of the Lib Dems very clearly will be pushing to reverse Brexit and rejoin the EU. The SNP also talking about undoing Brexit as far as possible and trying to strike a deal, for instance, to rejoin the single market and bring back open borders, free movement. Now, on top of that, there is already talk about this Lib Dem Labour deal in relation to proportional representation, changing the voting system. And I certainly think the Conservatives attacking that possibility is a mistake. For instance, you've got Simon Clarke there, the Tory MP, talking about the public comprehensively rejecting electoral reform. Of course, the referendum was on alternative vote, which is a complete joke. When you look at support for proportional representation now, for instance, with YouGov, very clear a proportional representation consistently now has significantly more public support than first past the post. There's certainly already increasing talk of a Lib Dem Labour coalition involving an attempt to reverse Brexit, and Labour certainly not ruling out doing a deal with the likes of the Liberal Democrats. Let me know what you make of all of that in the comments below, guys. I will keep bringing you all the latest on this and more, so please do whack this video a quick thumbs up, and of course, as ever, cheers for watching.